Hello, hey, it's a beautiful day today, by golly. The sun's shining wild and everything looks really good here. Today's targets. I got a pumpkin and I got an old gobbler from the coloring book by Cracky. And we're right here. I'm gonna walk it off and I'm walking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that's about, oh, I don't know, what is it? It's about 3 feet. One of them steps are close to it. All right, so today we're playing around. We got to figure out how to get all this stuff, get myself and the target on there. And as usual, Mr. Sun works you over good. So you can't really carry your camera down and then turn around and walk back up. It's kind of difficult, right? So we're gonna hope that we can get everything on there. I see me, but I don't know if I see the target. Maybe if I put the camera back over here. What I'm doing today is I'm gonna shoot the yeah, I can't see anything. So, well, if it turns out good, I'll put it up. And if I'm not on the camera, it turns out bad, we can't see nothing, we may not put it up. We'll say the heck with it. We're out here to have fun, right? So that's what we're doing. We got the 1759 pattern light dragoon pistol. That's what we're playing with today. So we're gonna go ahead and load that baby up and take a shot with it. That's what we're up to today, trying to have some fun. Wish I could see if I was on the camera for sure or not, but I can't tell. And then we got the old clay ball. We're going to use a paper patch with it. That's what we're up to with that. I can see my patches are way too big, but that's okay because they're paper and they're easy tear. And I just tore right through the paper even. That's what that did. She went in tight and she pushed right through the paper. Well, let's just put some paper on top of it then and hold her down in there, because we have had a case of things rolling out. Pack her down. Oh yeah. Been wanting to do this for a while, ain't got around to it. Been too busy sitting around being lazy for the most part. So we'll see if this dude will go off on the first round or not. But we got that turkey and that there pumpkin down there. Maybe we'll hit one of them, right? And it looks like we missed the turkey. Got at the top right corner of the paper. So that was fun, huh? It did work. All right, so let us do it again. Right? Let us do it again. Put in some old powder. I see paper's going to be messy. Not a fan of using paper all of a sudden. It's like, oh man, I see paper laying in the yard and I already shot one wad out of this baby. And I see it laying there already. So I'm like, oh, that smucks. It does. It really does. I'll have to pick that up. All right. Should be good and tight, huh? Well, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I don't know, neighbors been hunting and stuff, so I hadn't got too frisky about it, but it sounds to me like they're mowing back there, so I very seriously doubt there's any hunting going on. And this is the one that the prison would never open up on for a while. I see a lot of sparks. Sparks went everywhere, but apparently none went in the pan. I really don't know where that one went to, but it went. All right. This is always fun to get out. Hey, there comes the Ups truck. Beautiful evening. The clouds are really pretty. What ones they got out here? They look more natural to me. Anyway. Well, no packages for me today anyway. You know what I'm saying. Another clay ball. Clay ball, clay ball. We must shoot the clay ball, huh? That one, the first one was wrapped in paper, and this one is too, so it's going to go down tight. Might not be doing them clay balls any favor hitting it that hard. I am hitting it a little bit hard, come to think of it, for clay, but I'm packing it down good. So that might not be too good on the clay ball. They may crack on me, and if they crack, they probably ain't gonna come out too good, right? Wipe that off a little bit. See if we can hit it here, if we can hit anything. I'm seeing spark. We do have that wind all the time from the north out here, coming down. So it makes things a little bit difficult when you're shooting. Not sure what's going on here. Whoa, the turkey got away. But I see the hole above his tail, at the height of his head in the paper. So we did punch a hole through that. Now, what we want to do, I think maybe, is shoot that pumpkin and see if the old clay ball will cut through that pumpkin and what it does to it. It's just clay, right? Couldn't be too bad, could it? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm recording. I can't see a thing. That sun's smack in the camera too. So maybe you can't see nothing either. I don't know. Could try to reposition the camera over here, but I don't know if that would work or not. Let's try that, because really, I don't mind talking to myself sometimes. That's about what's going to be happening here. I will be talking to myself. Yeah, there's no way you can get all that on there. I can only take a judgment guess here, and hopefully split the difference, and we can get the pistol and everything on there. I don't know. Because I might make a fun video just sitting out here shooting the old dragoon. I think I'm still on the camera. Yeah, I'm on the camera. I don't know if the target is, but we'll go down and look at it here after we take our shots. We'll shoot and go down and look at it. This dude here, there's the old prison cover. I don't want to lose that. This particular pistol, which I call them she's and he's, and I don't know. I guess if they're real finicky and hard to please, they're more female to me. Or maybe if they're just plain stubborn, You know, maybe they're like me, a little bit stubborn, so they're male to me. I don't know. They're a little bit of both. I don't. She's a beauty. Ah, he's a nice one, you know. I don't really keep them all. They got their names, I guess. Whatever I feel like calling them. And sometimes it's not very pretty. Should it be one of them days when you're trying to shoot and then they won't go off none, you have to nap your flint a little. That's all you got to do. Nap your flint a little. So you try to push these clay balls in there with this newspaper good and tight. And I got the 54 caliber ramrod with a starting ball and all that on it. It's a real sturdy stick of wood. Real sturdy stick of wood. So I don't have to worry about breaking the ramrod or nothing. I just don't use this little guy here because he's so flimsy. Really no point in breaking it, and then you wouldn't have you'd have to make one and all that. You might as well just, you know, use an extra one and just save that one so you keep the looks of it and everything nice. Wow, okay. Lots of smoke on that one. I didn't know where it went to. Lots of smoke. That was a smoker. Oh yes. Oh, you're feeling a little tipsy from gunpowder fumes? Well, maybe. Oh no, not that. Not gunpowder fumes. Try this, about an 80 grain nozzle. I try to get about half full, about 30-40 grains. If I get carried away, it might be 50. But I try to keep it at that. Well, I didn't get to do nothing this ooh, you ain't gonna get that in there too easy. It don't take much powder. This ball is just practically the size of this barrel. So what happens is, it don't want to take much wadding. Don't want to take much wadding at all, eh? Not much. But this is probably my go-to little pistol that I like. I think I might have to make a dueling set. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just keep this guy. But that resin seems to work really good now. And before, it was always hanging shut. It wouldn't open all the way, but it still was going off a lot, so I didn't worry about it. They just need a little break and end time. That's what they need. And it's the same flint I shot this thing with last time. So, exact same flint. No difference. I haven't napped it. I haven't done a thing to it. I just wiped this all off. Sometimes when you get ready to get started with these, you might take and just fill the pan up and shoot it, dry pan it, or put some powder in it and just go ahead and shoot it a few times and dry out the barrel. Don't put anything in it until you get the barrel all dried out good, because a lot of times if you store them with oil and stuff like that, it's going to cause you issues starting out. But once it gets going, it's all right. Oh, yeah, that's a tight one there. I got a wad of paper burning in the yard. So sometimes the clay ball pushes right through the paper, so I just add a little more on top. Oh, you packed that one good and tight. If one could crush a clay ball, you did her. Oh, didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I just want to pack good and tight. And it was paper on top of it, so yeah, she's good and tight. So let's see what we can do now. We ain't hit the turkey. We certainly ain't hit the pumpkin, I can tell from here. But we'll try. baby.
Woo, baby, woo. Oh, my goodness, I don't see no holes in that turkey. That turkey done run 50 miles away.
Yes, he has. No doubt about that. That turkey's headed for Turkeyville. But it's nice out here today. Very beautiful. It's a good day to get out and play with your flintlock. Do some shooting. I haven't done any for a while. I've been doing the walk and talking with the dog. Take them out with the dogs, take them out for a walk and walk around and talk a little bit. Not much to talk about, really. I don't get into a whole lot. I don't really want to get into debates about history and stuff like that. I don't really care to talk about the news, really, although it's in everybody's life. Well, I think I screwed that clay ball up. If one could be smashed up, that would be the one. That's for sure. It fit real tight, way too tight. That's all right. We still get to shoot it and it goes boom. That's what we're looking for, right? Not necessarily looking for hitting the target, because if we wanted to really do target shooting, I don't know, we'd probably do it with something else, or it's just fun to play with. It just feels good to shoot a. It does. When you do that, you're clearing the chamber and you know your touch hole's clear. So really there's no need to, when you see the smoke come out of the hole, there's no need to worry about it being plugged up, because it's not. You know, nothing left in the barrel to keep you from shooting it again, right? Not a thing. So, well, what are we gonna do? Well, let's load her up again, hey. That's what we're out here for. When we get her good and dirty, and then we'll take her in and clean her. It's not too hard to clean. You just got to clean her up. I WD-40 them, get them ready for the next time I take out and shoot. And if they get stored all winter and I don't get into them, I don't have to worry about them being all rusted up. Rust is not, if you take care of them, rust is not the huge issue that you think it is, if you take care of them. If you don't take care of them, though, because that there powder has potassium nitrate in it, and if you get that stuff on your hands, it's a fertilizer. If you get that stuff on your hands, it will dry the skin out on your hands like crazy. Your hands will be so dry. You'll need a gallon of hand cream to try to fix your hands. That's how dry they will be. Super dry. So that's how that works. Well, that's a tight fit there. I don't think they're rolling out the end of the barrel on me today. Not with that paper in there anyway. But that was funny. If I'd have seen that before I uploaded it, I probably wouldn't have put it on. I'd have said, oh man, people's gonna laugh at me. Well, you're trying to be funny, ain't you? Sometimes, but maybe not that time. So, yes sir. Oh no, not that. This guy used to be a little bit stiff to work, but now he's a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake to work. It's getting looser, everything's breaking in good. You got to shoot them. So once you get them shooting them and stuff, they start getting more reliable. So you say, oh, those things are so unreliable. Well, that's because you never shoot them. These people had these things in history. Their lives depended on these things. So they made sure that every aspect of the thing was ready to go, that it would go off and everything. They played with them a lot. They were well broke in. They hunted with them. They did everything with them. So historically, they're going to be, that's why you see the ones that you do see that survived from that time period look so darn rough. It's like, man, that's because they used the living daylights out of them, because they depended on them. They had to make sure that they were working because their life depended on them guys. Their life did. So they had to make sure that they worked. And I think this one works better and better the more you shoot it. Now you say that and it dismissed, but I've seen spark fly. They're off to the, not that windy. That one was kind of duddy sounding, wasn't it? It really was. That was a dud, I say. It did. I've had a couple of them that really crack off nicely, but it was done a little bit differently. The clay ball went in and then paper went on top. This one here, and a few of them have had the clay ball in the paper, and then it's being shoved in, and then it folds up, and then I just poke it down in there and fold it over, push it down in there. So this one should really have a bigger boom to it. There, we got it where it didn't open up that time. But that's the first time I've noticed that. But it's been doing, that's pretty good. As many times. So it used to not open hardly at all. And then now, I don't know how many shots we took before it stuck there. Quite a few, I do say. Let's see, we're shooting way downhill, I can tell you that. Seen sparks. Just none of them made it to the powder, apparently. Ooh, you see that? That's a flash in the pan. Those are dangerous. That's where you come into danger, and you better keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction and be prepared, because that lit the charge in the pan, but it never lit the charge in the barrel. So you want to be careful. We know the barrel was clear because we cleared it by blowing on it before we shot it. There's another one. Now maybe when I took the paper, maybe I wiped some stuff up on the hole when I cleaned it off there a little bit. But you want to keep her pointed in a safe direction when that happens. So that's two flashes in the pan. I usually don't have those. They either don't go off or it does, or it does. Don't get many of those. I'm getting a lot of them now. That's like 3. All right, so I was saying, well, you don't really need to worry about the touch hole. It'll be clear. But obviously, with that many flashes in the pan and no action, something's not going quite right here. I don't have anything on me to pick a touch hole, which would be what you would want to try to do to see if it's got something blocking it, which it could have burnt powder in the way now. It could. And I know, I'm pretty darn sure I put powder in that. I certainly didn't dry ball it. I wouldn't think. But I'll tell you, if you put water in it and wash it, the clay will get wet and it starts getting soggy, and you can wash that clay ball right out of there, I do believe. Haven't had to do one yet, but I'm thinking that it won't be too bad. Try it again. Huh, it's like a camera now. All right, so let me go and just, well, I don't know. I haven't had that problem that many times. Matter of fact, I usually don't have that problem. And I'm like, oh, what am I gonna poke in that hole? I didn't got nothing. Hey, I know, let me grab a piece of grass over here. I'll keep this pointing in a safe direction. I got some stiff weeds I can get a hold of. Wow, those are pretty big. Just like back in the old days. You got to improvise. What are you gonna pick it with? I don't got nothing. So I went down there and got a piece of the old pampas grass and peeled a little strip of it off and used that and poked it right in that hole. So that's what you would do if you didn't have a pick. You would just find a stick that's smaller, a little bit smaller than that touch hole, and you just poke that stick down in there. I'm pretty sure I felt powder, but man, I cannot understand why that dude is not setting off that charge. So what you do is we'll wipe the pan out with a piece of paper. Right? And then we'll take our touch hole poker and we'll poke it down in there. And then we'll take some powder and build it up around the edges, and then we'll try to tap it, get that powder to fall down into the touch hole. That's pretty big powder. It's 2F, and that's not a real small touch hole, but 2F might struggle a wee bit to get in there. And then we'll do that. We'll put a little more in it. What we did is when we took this stem, we made a little tunnel and we just filled it up with 2F Schutzen. So maybe we can get this baby to crack off. It surely does flash in the pan enough, doesn't it? And it's still flashing in the pan. I know I was busy talking, but come on. Certainly, if I dry balled it, I would think it's going to get enough powder in through that touch hole here, sooner or later with me wiggling it back and forth, that she's going to go off. I'm losing so much good daylight, and it's going to start getting colder out while I'm doing this. Also, you want to be careful if you're doing this, because it could be a little piece of that wood fiber there get down into it that would keep burning after you took your shot. So that's a good way to get in trouble when you're dumping your powder into the end of it too, because of that. It looks like I didn't break any off in there though, so it should be all right. See if we get another flash in the pan. We're really good at flashing in the pan. Imagine if it went off. Oh, no flash in the pan that time, boys. I see sparks dropping to the ground, but all of a sudden, you can't seem to. You know what? So we ain't gonna, so we don't hurt anything. We'll put a little bit of powder in this guy. Like so. We'll try this again. Well, I'll tell you what, we really whitened up all the frizzing and everything. Got a really nice coat of white powder all over that stuff. Did I forget to load it? I don't know. Go back on the video and you can watch and see, right? You didn't put nothing in there. Oh my God, what's the matter with me? Too busy talking, eh? Oh, yeah, so you watch this video back, you might find that he didn't even put no powder in it or nothing, but he sat there and flashed the pan. Well, most of the time you got it loaded. That's why that never happens, eh? You got so clumsy, you're a fool. Well, I'll tell you, I did learn something though, how to improvise and get a little teeny piece of stick to clean your touch hole and put some powder in it and get a poofy. Once you got that little psst, I thought, man, I don't think there's anything in there. And you was right. There wasn't. I don't think there was nothing in there. I think I just tried to shoot it. That's why I kept getting them pan flashes. Well, those flashes in the pan kept going. You can see how reliable it can be without any powder in it. Right there, old chap. All right, well, hey, let's shoot it some more. We're not out of daylight yet, are we? No, not yet. Not yet. Well, now we know. You know what could have happened, too, is maybe I didn't get anything come out of that spout. Sometimes that spout don't work for crap. So it could have been a case of that. Because I've been talking, I haven't really been looking in that spout to see if there's a lot of powder coming out of that thing. There may not be. You kind of got to really bounce it around to get the powder out of it. So it may have not, but I would have thought I'd have put a ball on top of it. Made her stick, huh? I don't know. Probably time for me to quit. You're getting clumsy, eh? You're becoming a clumsy elf. There you are. Yes, you are. Hey, you know what? I can see the camera a little bit now. So I think I will turn it like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run around and pick up papers. Well, I'm pretty sure that we got some load in there. That's for sure too. All right. A little powder in the pan. Yes, sir. That was a dandy, huh? Yes, Edward, that was a dandy. That was a dandy. Well, I hope my camera's still running and everything's working. This will be a long video since I started playing with this stuff, but I haven't made a shooting video for a while. Been doing all that dog walking stuff and talking and trying to behave myself and not talk about certain subjects and everything, just trying to keep it clean as much as I can. That's hard to do. That is hard to do. All right, turkey, you've had it. I'm gonna eat gobbler tonight. Oh, no you ain't. No gobbler for you, eh? No gobbler for me, eh? Oh. Ooh, delay. Just a wee bit of a delay, eh? Yes, it was a terrible delay, was it not? It was terrible. It was terrible. A little surprising, even. I didn't think she was going to go, but she did. But it don't take much to clean them up. All you need is some good hot water, and you can clean it up pretty easy. Pretty easy to clean up. I gotta get me some clay, make me some clay balls. I'm running a wee bit low on clay balls. It's kind of like the paper cartridge that they would have did back in the day for the military. Oh, this one here wants to be a tough one, eh? clay fell apart in there, but hey, you can't twin them all, right? So anyway, we had some hiccups while we were playing, shooting this guy, and we was able to work it through it. Right on shooting. So that was a good deal. All right, I'm gonna walk down here. I'm gonna bring that pumpkin up here. And we're gonna take it, set that old guy closer on this here milk crate. Because apparently I am a terrible shot and I can't hit nothing very far away. So can we see that pumpkin on the camera? Yes, we can. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to try, and I say try because that's what it is for me, and hit that pumpkin. Now, if I miss that pumpkin with a clay ball at this distance, that'd be pretty bad, huh? Pretty bad. But we want to see what happens when a clay ball hits a pumpkin. Right? So that's the experiment here. What happens when your clay ball hits a pumpkin? Does it bounce off? I don't think it will. Does it go all the way through? I don't know. What kind of damage will that pumpkin receive from a clay ball? Just a hole through it? That's what I'm thinking. A hole through one side and out the other. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to try and see what happens. If she'll go off for us. At that point, no. 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 Oh man. All them flashes in the pan with no powder, and now this. Well, it won't shoot at that, will it? No, it won't shoot at the pumpkin. But will it shoot the turkey target? Let's find out. No, I don't want turkey either. Is your flint loose? No. Those flints, they tend to come loose a lot when you first get these guns. But after a while, they find their niche and they tighten right in. For the most part. That's for sure. Oh, my little ramrod's trying to come out. That wouldn't be good. I've seen Spock that time. Well, it looks like I would say, yeah, my finger goes in there. It didn't, I don't see. It didn't look, it went at an angle, of course, down through the top. But yeah, it's definitely a clay ball inside that pumpkin now, but I didn't see where it come out the other side. So we'll try another one, eh? Maybe it'll go off better, maybe it won't. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by one of them. It's going to hurt you. That's for sure. The clay ball would be a painful experience. Now I'm just laying them flat and then I'm wrapping this paper up around the ball giving it a little bit of a twist and pushing it down in there. And it's going to be similar to paper cartridges that they used in the military back in the day, right? That's where it's going to be. So, if you're target shooting or whatever, and you don't miss the target, totally. I don't know. Why are you doing that to me? I don't have a lot of time to play around with misfire. How about that old turkey? Let's kill the turkey. Nope. You ain't killing nothing. Huh. Well, there's a spark coming off of it. All them flashes in the pan. What the heck? Is me flint dirty? Yeah. Flint's getting to that point where maybe just a little nappy would do. All right. Let's loosen the flint up and move it around just a hair. How about that? That was awful easy to loosen. Maybe that thing is kind of loose. And I'm not pushing on it hard enough. All right. Let's try that. Ew, we tried it. Didn't do any good, did it? Oh my. And there it is. Another hole in the pumpkin. There's cracked it. And there's two. You can stick your, ooh, that's a bigger hole. There's no second hole. It didn't come out. But it most definitely did go in. So the old pumpkin takes the shot. And it will go through one side of the pumpkin and into the inside of the old pumpkin. But it will not go completely through and come out the other side. So we do know that now, right? Yeah, you know that now. That's right. We know that now. All right, well, let's do a couple more shots. It's pretty much wore me out here playing around today. By cracky. Wore yourself out, did you? By golly, I did. I did wear myself out. And I just take the clay ball, lay it on top, wrap it in this wad of paper, push her down in. All right. Well, I guess this will tell if moving the flint a little don't make a difference. I wish I'd hit that turkey and have some turkey dinner. But unfortunately, I don't think I can hit that turkey. By cracky. You can't hit the turkey, eh? Didn't look like it. I shot over his head a couple times. Off to the right, I say. A couple times off to the right, eh? That's right, a couple times off to the right. Couple times off to the right. Now, we didn't nap the flint or do anything to it. We just moved it around. So sometimes that'll work for you. Take that clay ball, wad it up in this paper, get it good and tight. I still got paper burning in the yard. Wad it up and stick it in there. Yes, sir. Just like the old Brown Bess musket. Put it down tight. You can measure it and check it and say, yep, she's down there. The ramrod's looking a little scruffy. Probably got ink on it from this paper. Prison didn't open all the way. Oh, excuse me. Hell, burping, huh? It's like having to shoot one of these is like having dinner. Quite enjoyable. Especially if you're having the food you like, mate. Oh, why didn't you go? Oh, why didn't you go that time? All those that didn't go off, spark was just flying all over the place. There was barely any wind moving from that side. I suppose if you took and put a flash guard on there, you'd probably get it to go up. You might increase your accuracy, right? Well, a deep subject, eh? Oh, it is a deep subject, Mr. Ed. Let's do one more. How long are you going to do one more?
Oh, you do? It's just too much fun. I've been doing it for a while.
Oh, goodness. Yes, sir. And we can wrap it in a single piece of newspaper and then wad it around on that particular, I think it's a 6.0 ball mold, because it almost fits them perfectly snug. So you don't get much to go around that ball. But if you don't put anything around it, yeah, I guess it could roll out. We've seen evidence of that, right? Boy, have we. Yes, sir. You build up a residue there. Get rid of that. Sometimes there's a little burnt powder sticks in there. It can start giving you a headache of not going off. All right, turkey, you've had it. Smoked me out, it did. 1759 pattern, English tower, GR crown. Got like 1, 2, 3, 4 marks on top of the barrel. Military heritage is where I got this. Thank them for making them available. It's about, what is it? Well, I forget. Anyway, yeah. So we had some issues. Like I said, the frisson didn't want to open and close. It still sticks a little bit. It's not that big deal, but it goes off pretty good. It's a real fun shooter, that's for sure. You didn't get much more fun than that, do you? Not really. Just make sure you wrap, oh, there's 2 of them. Didn't want that. One's about all it can handle. And it's super tight. Just kind of wad the paper up, and you got a big wad of paper sticking up like that, and you just kind of fold and poke it down in there. I'm not going to tell you that we're getting a whole lot of accuracy out of doing it that way. That ain't the case. But we're still trying. We have hit the target a couple times. Ooh, I think we had a mild flash in the pan. Mild flash in the pan on that one. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day. This video is, oh my goodness, I've been doing this for 49 minutes. Wow. 49 minutes of playing around here with the old pistol. Now, we could ring the bell of liberty, huh? There ain't nothing going on that I know of in the neighborhood where anybody wouldn't like to hear the bell. I don't want to hear that bell. I don't want to hear it. Why do you ring it? I don't know. It's just like eating a sandwich. Here's Ed with a sandwich. Yes, sir. Yep, a couple dings of the bell. That's all you needed, right? That makes your day. Makes mine. Yes, sir. All right. I see my camera case is blowed off down in the pool area. So I'll have to climb down and get that. All right, so let's take a look at the dirt and damage that we've got here on this baby, right? Oh, look how filthy. Get that white film all over it. She's mighty dirty, right? Very dirty. You can't really see down in the barrel, but needless to say, she is a wee bit on the dirty side. You can probably, but as you can see, I just took my finger and wiped that side of it off. You can see that powder wipes right off of there. So, and that's Schutzen. Yeah, Schutzen powder. That's a real dry, very clean powder. So, and it's got some on the wood right in behind the caulk there. You see it? You can just wipe that stuff right off with your fingers. So if you're shooting Schutzen, you shouldn't have any trouble cleaning this baby out.
Well, it's time to knock out this here episode.
All right, of playing with your old 1759 pattern English dragoon. Yeah. So there it is. After all the fun. Yep. You can. Well, I don't think you can. Well, you know, it's best to cock it like that. Take these two fingers, pull your frizzen down, and then cock it for the second round. But that's how it works. So, and the more you play with them, the better they perform for you. That's what I'm going to tell you. Eventually, you know, once you get to know them, they got their own personality. They're a wee bit finicky. But also, they's a good friend. Yes, I have enjoyed them immensely. Most definitely enjoyed playing with them. So now I got to go around and pick up all them little tiny pieces of paper in the yard so that I don't have a trashy yard. I didn't want a trashy yard. But I plugged away at the poor turkey. And I say on the turkey target, 3 holes. I do. That's what I'm saying on my turkey target. I'm going to just take this turkey in the house and save him for the next time I shoot. Huh? But that wasn't very good. Shooting high, but you are way downhill. So that don't help anything. But we got a hole there, and a nick right up there. Something tells, and even when I was aiming low at the pumpkin, it still wasn't getting the pumpkin. So anyway, what did we learn? Well, hey, we learned a few things, huh? Yeah, we learned that the clay ball won't go clear through the pumpkin, but it'll go into it. So, and it makes a hole. So those things are mighty dangerous. I don't know how it would be with a rifle at a farther distance, but up close like that, you've seen what it did. It might just bounce off of it or whatever. So it's something that is a whole lot less dangerous to shoot. So if you get the mold and make your clay balls, you can play with those. These are guys here, these old clay balls. You can play with those and not have a high risk of danger with those like you do lead, because lead is super destructive and a clay ball is destructive. So yes, it'd be a lot safer. I don't get too worried about a stray shot with a clay ball like you would with lead, because you got to get to your target with lead ammunition, because you need to know where it's going, and you need to know that it has a backstop and what's going to stop it. So that makes it safe, and super safe, and that's what you're looking for. Safety is number one.
Oh, time for another public announcement, eh?
Well, hey, you can't be too safe. Keep track of all your firearms and stuff like that. Make sure you know where they are. Make sure you know how much ammunition you got and everything about it. Watch all that stuff. Be safe, and let me shoot another video here when I get a chance. I don't know if I do any shooting videos or not. I've been a while trying to get this one done. But I do a lot of walking with the dogs and talking. And sometimes there's not much good to talk about, eh? There's a lot of stuff going on. So anyway, we just had fun shooting the old 1759 pattern. Towers, George Rex, Flintlock pistol, eh? So next time, we'll maybe shoot the same thing or something different. I don't know. It's all about what I'm doing to make me happy and what I'm doing to have fun. So if I'm having a good time, by golly, it's worth doing. So we will talk at you. We'll talk at you next time. And, oh yeah, and the 54 caliber ball starter and ramrod worked real good for that. And Epoch Times. The Epoch Times. Subscribe, get you some paper. You can read that and get all your information, and then you can save it if it's what you like, and if it's information that you've already have, or you need some newspaper for wadding on your musket, hey, there you go. It becomes what do they call that? Part of the 1776 crowd shooting the flintlocks in Epoch Times back in time, and it's the paper of 1775, 76 now. All right, well, hey, let me get off of here.
You said that one time too many.
I did, but this time I mean it. I'm going to say, woo! See you next time.